Today, we're gonna be recapping the Netflix #1 movie, War Machine. Begins with a brutal battlefield in Afghanistan, where a young soldier watches helplessly as his unit is wiped out during a violent ambush, which his brother was caught in. And despite his desperate attempts to save his wounded brother, the brother dies in his arms, leaving him with deep guilt and a determination to honor his memory. 2 years later, the soldier joins the world-known brutal U.S. Army Ranger selection program, where recruits are pushed through extreme physical and survival training, and although he proves to be the strongest candidate physically, he isolates himself emotionally and is known only by his training number, 81. For their final test, the remaining Ranger candidates are dropped deep into a remote forest for a survival exercise that is supposed to simulate a real combat mission. But things quickly turn terrifying when the team discovers strange metallic wreckage scattered across the terrain, pieces of technology far more advanced than anything made on Earth. Moments later, a massive alien war machine emerges from the trees and begins hunting the soldiers like prey, firing devastating weapons that tear through the forest while their bullets barely scratch its armor. Chaos erupts as the recruits realize this is no training scenario, but a fight for survival against a powerful extraterrestrial weapon designed purely for combat. And as fear spreads through the squad and soldiers begin dying one by one during sudden attacks, the group starts to fall apart without leadership. Finally, 81 steps up, studying the machine's movements and discovering it produces enormous heat while operating, meaning it must vent energy to keep functioning. Using this knowledge, the surviving Rangers begin setting traps and launching coordinated ambushes in the forest, using explosives and terrain to slow the alien machine. But despite their courage, the weapon adapts quickly and continues eliminating them until only a few soldiers remain. Realizing they have one last chance, 81 develops a desperate final plan to destroy the machine by forcing it to overheat, volunteering to get close enough to block its cooling system, while the others distract it with gunfire. During the intense final battle, explosions and gunfire light up the forest as the alien machine unleashes devastating attacks, but 81 manages to climb onto the massive robot and jam its cooling vents, causing its systems to overload and malfunction before it finally explodes in a massive blast that shakes the valley. When military helicopters eventually arrive to rescue the survivors, commanders realize the terrifying implication that the machine might not have been an invasion force, but only a probe sent to test Earth's defenses, suggesting that if something sent it, humanity may soon face a much larger extraterrestrial threat. While 81 finally finds peace, knowing he honored his brother's legacy and proved himself as a leader when it mattered most. Subscribe for more amazing recaps.